Tune into MSNBC, tune into CNN. Don't watch the 4, 5, 7, and 9 15-second snippets that you get. Get to an in-depth news show so you can be informed, because what they do up there will impact you in every single aspect of your life.
That's right. Okay.
So if you got another question as it relates to that, I can just move on to the business.
Now, I did have one more question.
All righty, sir.
Want to let my listeners know we are now tuned in on Twitter. So we are Twitter Live now. Make sure you download this app. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Hustle Firm Radio. Now, Mrs. Taylor, exactly, you said that they are testifying. Now, they are testifying as far as the FBI investigation with him, as far as with his election, or the dealings he has with Russia,
it's
with these
so
foreign nations, and everything.
He's so dirty everywhere. They gonna catch him on something. You've got, as I think I mentioned it last week, Trump and his cronies have filed bankruptcy so much in this country that they can't get money, that big money from banks in this country. I also heard Nancy Pelosi, I lost my track, but I also heard Nancy Pelosi say, we have to find out, what is he getting from this? Nancy, if you are listening, the Russians already got what they wanted. He's just trying to return the favor.
Yeah.
And we're finding out increasingly that it's the day that he got in the office, he tasked people at the State Department to, draft up a plan to lift the sanctions that Obama put on Russia, because the 17 security agencies in this country all say that they hacked the election. Now you got to trust that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess America will finally be
united again.
Yeah.
Because you look at all of the incidents. Trump's Trump speech when he was on the path trying to get elected, he appealed to white racists. Mm-hmm. And it really kind of depended on the crowd that he was in front of, what his posture or position was. If you listen, you don't even have to listen intently. He uses words like, it's going to be wonderful, it's going to be marvelous, we're going to do all of these great things, but he never comes up with a specific plan. It is very clear that he is trying to undo every piece of good that President Barack Obama did. And he's having a challenge doing it, because these people aren't standing up. They may not know who gave it to them, but you can't try to take something away that's benefiting the families.
Exactly. Yeah.
And for him to repeal that, or attempt to repeal it, because the House of Representatives, Republicans, have said they're going to repeal it. But then it's got to go through the Senate. And I know that if you've seen any news, you've seen the hell that they are being greeted with in their various districts all across the country. He can't repeal that bill, which ties right into the tax bill. He's trying to find enough money so he can give to the top 1%.
Right.
But that money would come from health care. And it's not going to happen.
Okay.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And ever so prayerfully I am that he's bounced out by or before Thanksgiving. And if he is, I'm going to have me a big party.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yes, indeed.
I think we all going to have us a party.
Yeah, because everything that happens in the executive and legislative branch, the United States is a country of laws. When you step out of your house, you are impacted by one kind of law or another.
Right.
You just are, and that's just it. That's why, again, segueing, I encourage you to get a legal membership, a legal shield membership, especially. For $20 a month, you can find out what your rights are, how you should position yourself in different situations, and you can ask questions about what the law is.
Heard it first right here on Phocuzradio. We want to hop right into it. Let's talk business.
All right now. And again, all of this ties into your business. I'm with both Legal Shield and Financial Education Services because these are the services that we absolutely positively need in this day and time. Black folks, as a rule, have gotten into trouble with their credit because they just don't know how to handle money.
Right.
The law constantly changes. And when the market tanked back in 2007, the credit score went from 750 to 850.
Right.
A lot of folks got in trouble because they were taking out these subprime mortgages that they could not prove income on. And within less than a year, they were in foreclosure. A lot of banks went down the tubes, and the big banks like Bank of America, Chevy Chase, and all of those folks, they combined their resources and basically had become too big to fail. But I'm saying all that to say, if you don't have a credit score of at least 750, don't even try to look for buying a house, because you will be paying interest out the wazoo.
Now let me ask you.
Yes, sir.
Right? Not to cut you off. Now with the credit score being a 750 to purchase the home, how much money do they want you to have in the bank? Still got to have some money, right?
If your credit score is that good, you may be able to negotiate. The better your credit score is, the more crap you can talk. Okay, but if you got low sixes and that kind of thing, ain't nobody gonna talk to you. I mean, you can get a car, but again, I know folks who had credit scores around 600, 620, who were paying 23% on the dollar.
Wow.
Over a 7-year period. Ooh. So basically, now
that's hustling.
Yeah, that is. Car notes of $800 and $900. Now, but my little hoopty's gonna get me from point A to point Z. Just like your brand new car. We've got to think about how we're spending our money, and nobody is really teaching us. We've learned, the bright and shiny stuff, the new stuff. You got to have more, you got to have more, you got to have more. But you folks out there, too many of us are just broke at a higher level. I know this woman who makes like $185,000 a year. I'm not going to say where she works, because I don't know that her job knows that she's in the situation that she's in. Her credit score is in the low 4s because nobody taught her how to maximize her money. But again, that's going to take time. And a lot of folks out there, A, don't even know their credit score, and B, don't know their rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Because if they know what I have learned over the past 5 years, is out of 4 out of every 5 credit reports have errors on them. And through attorneys who know the law about credit, who know the Fair Credit Reporting Act, can get their credit, get that stuff removed from their credit. Not just fixed for 90 days so they can hurry up and get something, but totally removed from their credit. As a matter of fact, we were on WUSA 9 late last week because we have been helping so many people in the District of Columbia keep their houses.
Shout out to WUSA 9, man. Doing
yes.
things.
Yes.
Shout out to Debbie Alpha Road.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Yeah, and I really appreciate, again, going back to what you do, because you don't have to do this. People listen and learn. Now, it's not that you're not getting good information from here. I know you're getting good information, A, because I'm giving it, and I do research.
Okay.
Heard it first on Phocuzradio.
Okay.
Accurate.
But B,
information.
if you do not take advantage of it, you are shooting yourself in the foot. As I often say, you got the right information, but if you procrastinate on it, you're going to lose. Procrastination is the assassination of your destination, and that's 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. You all got to get some fat on your head, get off your duffs. Don't be afraid to take action. You spend $90 on a bad date. Okay, you can get your credit restored. You can get your will, your trust, your power of attorneys done. This is a month-to-month service that we offer. So whenever you get to the point where you are at a level of comfortability or where you can get the things that you want to get, it may take 3 months, it may take 6 months, it may take a year, but it is so worth it in the long run, in the dollars that you keep in your pocket from the interest that you saved in paying on credit cards and the interest that you saved paying on that 30-year mortgage.
Okay.
Yeah, we've helped people to the point, this couple in Texas had a bankruptcy on their credit report, but because they had worked with us, when they finally got their credit in order, they saved like $1,000 a month on their mortgage. Now you think about a 30-year mortgage, saving $1,000 a month. That's let me see, 30 years, 30 times 1,000. Let me see, a 30-year mortgage. 12 months a year. That's like $360,000 over the life of your mortgage. Now, would you rather put that in Chase Manhattan's pocket, or would you rather keep that in your pocket for you and your family?
That is
that
I'm gonna
simple.
put it in my pocket.
Yeah, that is that simple. But because, with all due respect, I know everybody like to have a good time on Friday and Saturday. Save some of that money. And get this service. Get your financial house in order. You will have the resources to teach your children, your siblings, and everybody else how they can get their house in order. And especially for those little folks who don't have those credit issues, you can prevent them from getting into those problems and in holes that you've fallen into over time because you didn't know better. I'm telling you, if you knew better, you would do better. And you know better at this particular point in time. So again, my name is Angela Taylor. My company is Financial Education Services. My number is 301-641-9545. And if you do nothing else, get smarter about your money.
Okay.
Hey, man, you heard it first right here on Phocuzradio with that business segment. I told you, man, we drop gems. We drop gems on you, them diamonds, free of charge. But make sure that you wrote that number down and you got that information if you're having credit issues and you need some financial security. Like I said, man, download this app, Hustle Firm Radio. It's real to hit each and every Saturday. Tell a friend to tune in. We are live Facebook right now. I want to say shout out to Champ Boogie, promoter in the DMV, and Call Hicks. Author, man, real hot author, got a real good story to tell, man. Want to get you guys in here. Thanks for tuning in live, man. We live right now on
Thank
the
y'all
Focus
for
Radio.
tuning in, baby. We live, okay? Thank y'all.
Man, y'all already know what it is. I want to hop into some.